We're at First Landing State Park now, and we're gonna take the White Hill Trail, but to get there we have to go onto the Cape Henry Trail first. So we're coming from the trail center and we're heading down this way. So here's the Cape Henry Trail right now. And so we're going to head on this way. So this is mile 1 of the Cape Henry Trail. So I'm going to go up this way a little ways. You can see. As always here, there's swamp. It's a nice day, about 72 degrees right now. Sunny, but you get good shade here. So the Cape Henry Trail's nice and flat. This is open for bicycles and all, and this is an access trail for the park maintenance people, so they can have vehicles to do their maintenance. And they have got resting spots and exercise points at these all along this trail here for the joggers and fitness people. So, see, a nice shaded place to walk. This is an easy walk. So this is the Long Creek Trail, which is that way, Long Creek Trail. This is the Kingfisher Trail. We're going to go up a little bit further, and we're going to the White Hill Trail. We'll be coming back on the Kingfisher. See, it's quiet near the birds. Squirrel. He doesn't seem to be afraid of me. He's just moving. Okay, I'll leave him alone. This is milepost 3. So we've been going about 2 miles so far on the path. So this is a White Hill Trail, about 2.2 miles and about 50 minutes from the trail center. Okay. So they got stiles in here to keep bicycles off, so this is a walking only trail. This is a well-groomed trail here. So far, it would be a fairly easy walk. So this is a nice peaceful trail. There are people ahead of us, but I don't hear them talking. So this is a trail that has some old dunes on it. And your dunes are forested with pine and oaks and that sort of stuff. Whereas in the swamp part is mostly cypress. So far this trail is primarily on a dune. I guess that's why they call it the White Hill Trail, huh? Hey. It's a nice trail, but you have to really pay attention. There's lots of stumble things, roots crossing the trail, so you just have to be careful. See, parts of this trail are pretty tall. There's swampy stuff down below, but we still have more hill here. So, okay, so here we're a little more open, but it looks like it's more open because it was swampy. That's where we go. That's why it's more open. But there's a lot of fallen trees along here too. Or, no, it's White Hill Lake is what this is. Never mind. And a bunch of Spanish moss, but there's no breeze, so it's not moving today. Okay, we're coming up on the junction. White Hill Lake. And there's a bridge to get across that to get into the bay. Okay. This bridge is on the Long Creek Trail. And it's a 1/10 of a mile to the Kingfisher Trail, which is the trail we're going to take to get back to towards the visitor center, or trail center, I guess they call it. Here we got an osprey sitting on the top of this snag there. Can't get him very. This camera doesn't have much magnification, but we do have an osprey up there resting. You can tell he's an osprey because he's still got you can barely see the white on his head, and he's got a white breast. This is an osprey, so there he goes. So we're at the junction of the trails. Long Creek Trail is that way. Kingfisher Trail is that way, which we're going to take to the Cape Henry Trail, which is 0.6 of a mile. So let's head up on the Long Creek or the Kingfisher Trail. People walking the dogs out, I guess, today. So here's the trailhead up ahead, where we join up with the Cape Henry Trail. Now, see if they have these gates so that they can get their maintenance vehicles in, but the rest of it's a style to keep your bicycles out. Yep, back down on the Cape Henry Trail, heading back towards the trail center. So we're going to just take the little John on the Bald Cypress here to see if the turtles are out. There's a small turtle here.
Well, I asked about the bear before I asked about Africa. I'm just telling you all the information we have.
Okay, back at the trail center. Total trip about 5.8 miles and about 2.5 hours. Map of the path that we took today. We started at the trail center, TC up in the upper left, went up the Cape Henry Trail to the White Hill Lake Trail, went down the White Hill Lake Trail for 1.4 miles, and then we joined up with the Kingfisher Trail, and
that was about 6/10 of a mile. So that loop itself was about 2 miles. Uh, and then we took the Cape Henry Trail back to the trail center. So that took about 2.5 hours or so. If a way to make it faster would be to ride your bicycle up to one of the trailheads, either Kingfisher or the White Hill Trail. Lock your bike up on the fence by the trailhead, take the trail, and then walk back up Cape Henry Trail or down Cape Henry Trail to where you left your bike. So this was a pretty nice walk. It was a kind of a pretty day. Didn't wasn't too hot. It was warm though, and you should make sure to bring water and maybe snack if you want to do that too. So this is map will be up for a total of about 120 seconds, 2 minutes. Uh, Hope you enjoy it.